Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 9th episode of Zombie Land Saga Revenge. This one's titled Saga Incident Part 2. So we are in the multi-parter, of course, with dealing with Yuri's backstory. It's been a long time coming since we got this bit, but they're doing it really, really well, and I love it so far. We've also had a lot of our cameos from characters that we're acquainted with that have just been kind of slotted in here. Almost certainly all of them are not actually there. The question I have maybe is on Tai, and if she genuinely was there, because we don't know anything about her still. Or if it was maybe the dog. The dog could be there in theory as well, although that's also unlikely. But either way, we have our parallels. We have our Kotaro figure in the form of Kichi. We also have an old man, which he also kind of has in the form of the guy at the bar, right? So there's like a parallel there with what's going on. And of course, we've got Yuguri's story so far. But Saga has been dissolved after the Saga Rebellion of 1874. And Kichi is trying to revive Saga, much like how he's trying to revive Saga in the modern day, you know? Like, parallels. Just to get Saga as an independent prefecture, which did happen in, like, 1880s, I think it was said in the comments last week. I forget. But yeah, there's a whole history there that they're utilizing for this. But Yuguri is a courtesan, an oiran specifically, who has been bought of freedom by a wealthy patron because she's so damn popular. Her price keeps going up. No one can afford to get her, so she's so legendary of a courtesan that no one can get her. To the point where now she can't actually be a courtesan so much anymore. But a wealthy patron buys her freedom, moves to Saga, although he unfortunately passes away. So yeah, she's kind of alone in a strange place, just trying to get by, and yeah, she's obviously turning heads because she's beautiful, basically. She has an air about her. But also, this is not something I really commented on too much during the episode, and I don't really know why. I think I just wasn't paying attention that day. But when she was about to be hit, I think it was like by a horse and carriage or something, or someone with a cart moving through. And Kishi was going to dive and push her out of the way. But she was in full control of the situation and had a quick backstep as if it was nothing. Which was very impressive. Not necessarily something that a courtesan would be skilled in, but impressive nonetheless. And then when, what's the name of the friend? Was it Ito? Yes, Ito comes in rather mysteriously, not knowing who it was. Yuri turns around with chopsticks, I think it was. Immediately turns and basically goes for his throat with them. And that's, again, like, that's not something a courtesan would know to instinctively do just by a presence felt behind them. So I think there's more to Yuguri. Maybe she just took self-defense in some aspect. I mean, you're a legendary courtesan like that, it's probably very dangerous, so you probably have to get a sense of self-defense, although I don't know how common that would be. But in that same vein, Ito blocked it very easily. Like, he just went, and not the average person couldn't just do that. So I think there's more to both of them, and we know there's more to Ito because he left a note to someone at the very end of the episode, a note that was not translated when I actually watched the episode on Crunchyroll. They have since gone back and translated that note. I double-checked just in case, because I was like, maybe they did. Like, sometimes with these things, they update subtitles over time when people report, like, hey, why is this missing? Could you translate this? Or this was an error, could you update this? And generally, Crunchyroll does update them fairly well. That's the one thing I'll give Crunchyroll. Whilst they have their issues, just like Funimation does, they both have issues when it comes to translations. Crunchyroll is usually the quicker and better when it comes to updating subtitles, in my experience. So, I'm going to read that note for you now, just in case you haven't gone back to see it. The note says, target gaining support, almost certainly referring to Kichi and his gaining support for Saga movement. Could not confirm how many. Chance of growth likely, requesting directions if that happens. So Ito is not the mastermind, he's following the orders of someone. Who specifically, we don't know, but a party that is interested in Saga's revival, essentially. Possibly to do with, where are they actually? Is it, like, Nagasaki? Yes, Nagasaki Prefecture. So someone who maybe works at the prefecture, someone in the I don't know how prefectures in Japan at that time were like managed necessarily. Like, who is in charge of the prefecture? What would you refer to them as? Like, would they be like a mayor of the prefecture? I don't even know what it is in the modern day, actually. I genuinely don't know how prefectures necessarily work. I barely even know how our country's counties work, let alone anything else. So, yeah, any information on that would be greatly appreciated. I'm sure we might get to that, though, in this, because I think he probably is at least an interested party from, or in the best interests of Nagasaki, or maybe just the country as a whole. I don't know if it's going to be, like, that grand about it, but definitely an interested party, and is trying to ascertain what to do about this situation. So, someone who is trained and possibly dangerous in that sense, maybe suspects Yugiri of helping that goal and therefore making her a potential enemy to this as well. I'm sure we're going to get somewhere along that, but I'm very, very excited to see how this goes in, because none of the characters really got, like, just dedicated episodes to their time in history. Like, we know of all the characters' backstories except Tai. We've had little hints of Tai here and there, and apparently, I don't know, I read this on a comment, I think it was on a Crunchyroll episode. Tai's backstory, apparently there's a bit more of what's going on with her in the manga. I don't know if they're specifically referring to the manga that came out with Season 1, which has since finished, or if they're referring to the spin-off one, probably not the spin-off one since it is a spin-off, but that one that came out, or started coming out a couple of weeks ago, the one in Ultra Jump. If anyone knows a bit more about that, please let me know. I might go to that manga after the series is finished, just to see if there's any more Tai information we can get. I'm sure there's going to be some, because, well, our reporter guy is attempting to find out as much as possible about what's going on with all these girls. We're focusing on Yugiri right now. He doesn't really know much about Tai, unless he's going to be finding some more out over the course of next couple of episodes. But we're getting very close to the finale here. It's a 13? No, it's only a 12 episode season, so we've got 3 more episodes after this. And then we'll be done for another season. Whether we'll get a season 3 out of this, I don't know. It would be nice. I feel like there could be more to do with the story. I feel like there's still some loose ends they could potentially incorporate. But I guess we'll see how they feel and how they handle the finale of the season. But anyway, I'm going to shut up and we're going to watch the actual episode, because I am very excited for this. So, as per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gives you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Log Horizon Season 2, which we'll be doing a little later today. We also have movie reactions, and currently there is a poll going on to vote for this month's movie. You can find all the information on my Discord, the link to that poll, as well as the movies that we'll be watching. 6 movies, although it's currently a battle between Promare and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, so probably going to be one of those 2 winning, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, here on YouTube though, we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play, then play start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. We are watching this one on Crunchyroll, since they're the ones who licensed this series. No logos or anything, we're just going to go straight into the episode from a fade-in by the looks of things. I'll call things out when we get to the OP and such, but you can also use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Little committee that we're forming. The samurai, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. They're going the diplomatic route. Oh boy. It's a lot of writing there. I don't know what that said. Petition to the magistrate. Oh, that was the whole petition. And yeah, Ito's going around destroying it. OP time. Alright, I'm going to go back and read that if we don't get a bit more time to go through it. Just to see what it is. There we go. God, my writing's terrible. The Saga Instant Part 2. Alright, here we go. Okay. Because of course you did. Yugiri prying already. Oh, that was a reaction. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Cryptic messenger. That's... don't know what that is yet. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, they're planning the violent option. I mean... Hmm. 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 Jesus Christ. No wonder he didn't want to take it. I mean, if you have that reaction to a medicine you take, then yeah, I wouldn't want it either. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Hopefully. Yeah, so that's another note as well. It might be the same one, but I'll just make a note of that one as well. Yep. Yep, it's gonna be a second war. Mm. Mm. This period of time, probably. Oh boy. Oh, hello. Is this the one we gave the note to that ran away? Hmm. What did we get? Oh boy. Hmm. Oh. Fair. Translator. Hmm. 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 You're gonna be both in danger if you stay. But neither of them is gonna leave probably. Writing letters to everyone, say thank you and goodbye probably. Hmm. Whoa, that was Ty. Whoa, that was Ty, wasn't it not? Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm fairly certain that was a picture of Ty in there. I don't think that was meant as just like, oh, look at Ty. I think that was meant to be like, oh, wait, that's Ty. Snowfall in anime is never a good thing. Bad things always happen after during snow. Except when they don't, obviously, but you know. New pervasive. Okay. Oh boy. They're marching. The question is there people already waiting for them? Someone's waiting. Is that Ito? It is. Oh boy. Samurai? Okay. Oh boy. All of them being cut down. Yep. No man reaching for the meds. Oh boy. Is there a note in there as well? Or was there just another one of the packets? Yeah. Yeah. So at this point in time, was the shogunate in control? I'm just trying to remember my history of Japan, which is very limited. Like, were the samurai at this point highly organized and in control of the country, essentially? Hmm. Yeah. You agree? Oh, hidden inside the shamisen. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay, law enforcement. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There's the dog. Dead or alive? Possibly dead. There's the slap. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Hmm. And that's why she sent the letters. Okay. Okay. Even government. How the hell do you get government protection? I guess she knows a lot of people in higher power, right? The wealthiest of the wealthy. That has influence. Hmm. Now, if this Kichi is in some way related to our current Kotaro, this would explain why he went back for Yugiri, especially to show her the saga that he's managed to create. Question is how that works in this world. Alright, Ito versus Yugiri, I'm guessing? Yep. Hmm. Yep. She's the Demon of Hibia. Okay. Is that a real person or is that an in-universe person? So I guess she trained under him in some way, or potentially related. Here we go. We kind of know how this fight's going to end, though. Wow. She actually did manage it. Hmm. He believes in it as well. Hmm. Now she's going to be found with it. No? Yeah, there they are. Okay, it was just the Moonlight first. I guess she'll be executed for taking down like a government person, probably. Old man's still just there, but he's alive. That's a no, probably. Not translated, but we're guessing it. Mm-hmm. Executed, I'm guessing. Yeah, private execution. Hmm. Here's the beheading. This is goodbye. Very tastefully done. Gained independence 1883. Mm-hmm. The Justice Form, Lord bans on unilateral executions by military personnel. First Saga Prefectural Assembly. Hmm. And now back to the Monday. Saga is alive. Okay. Preparing for next performance. I love these outfits. Easy breezy, punch easy. Gotta love Kotaro. Go. That's probably to a tune of something specific, but I don't know. Hmm. Nice. Here we go. Performance time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There they all are. These two. That's a really cool shot. Yes, it's CG dancing, but it's actually really good camera work. And probably why they have the CG. Could you imagine trying to manually animate with those types of camera angles? Those three. Like this song a lot. Very nice. Very, very nice. And there he is. Bartender. Now, is it actually him? Or a descendant? That's what I want to know. Even directly asking, so... Mm-hmm. 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 There's that picture. Yeah, okay. Next episode preview. Oh, confronting Kotaro? So, how these zombies would get their revenge, okay. Okay, everyone off on the... God, my voice is giving up today. Everyone off on their own. Reporter confronting Kotaro. Or maybe Kotaro went to him first, we don't quite know yet. God, that was good. Okay, so, we got a lot to unpack there. Just in notes and stuff that I also want to just go through real quick. Okay, so, this is Keiichi's original petition. Petition to the Nagasaki County Magistrates. In Meiji 9, Saga was abolished and integrated into Nagasaki Prefecture. Yes. There have been a variety of problems, including the management communities of sorted size, supervision of agriculture, manufacture, and trade, and difficulties arising from reclassification of what lands belong in which prefecture. It is our belief that the only viable solution is to re-establish Saga Prefecture. We humbly request the re-establishment of the Saga Prefecture. I humbly ask for your consideration on this issue. October 17th, Meiji 15, signed Keiichi. Yep, I mean, that's a fair petition. They're citing, hey, there's caused a lot of problems by the integration into Nagasaki Prefecture. There's a lot of confusion. It would be simpler just to reinstate things. Obviously, the perception of Saga is going to massively change how the government would necessarily feel about that, but still. 650. Next one. This next one that he's holding. Let's bring back Saga. Let's return Saga to the prefecture it was before Meiji 9. Has living in the current Saga caused you any trouble? Whether it's filing official paperwork, wanting to purchase new land, or open a new business, contacting the prefecture office becomes necessary. And when there is a distance of 20 ri to said office, how far is a ri as a unit of measurement? A ri or li is 500 meters, so 20 li is 10 kilometers. Back then, 10 kilometers would be a fair distance. I mean, 10 kilometers is what? About 6 and a bit miles? It's not terrible. Depending on the landscape, that would amount to... In today's world, that's about a 2-hour walk if you're just walking at a very steady pace. I could probably do that in 2 hours. 2 hours? For 6 miles? 2, maybe 2.5, depending on how slow I'm going and whether it's hot or not. That is quite a long distance to go to office and then head back as well. That's your entire day just to go see the office. Understandable. It does become a major difficulty. When the saga was abolished, it meant the name of our homeland was lost. Is there any need to accept these inconveniences on top of that? We have endured to this day since the fighting of Meiji 7. We have made personal sacrifices as a result of the outcome of that war. There is no need to endure any longer. The restoration of Saga will improve all our lives. The time has come to reassess our current condition, to think about Saga Prefecture, our homeland, and our future. We will take action to improve our lives. Good letter, good letter. I like that they put the effort into that. It's a nice little touch. Now, why the fuck was Tai here? Why is she there? And she's very much in the spaced out zombified version of Tai at that point. How? Now, I could say she's a spaced out zombified version. It's entirely possible, and part of the reason why she's the last one to awaken is that maybe this is her awakened. Maybe in her lifetime when she was around, she wasn't developed. Maybe she had a condition when she was younger, and it meant that she was in a more not quite vegetative state, but definitely not super active and more of a... I'm trying to think of what conditions necessarily would quantify that. I think, to an extent, maybe muscular dystrophy. To an extent. Depends how old she's meant to be in that picture. Muscular dystrophy is awful, though. And depending on how old you are, it's only just going to get worse and worse and worse. So... maybe a condition of that sort, anyway, that seems to be afflicting her. Potentially. Because the fact that she has a picture there is, I don't think, meant to just be like a, oh, sure, we're just going to throw that one in there. I don't think that's just a throwaway. I think that's a hint in of itself. Like, all the character cameos from last week were just like, oh, look at all this and everything. That one's an actual clue as to what's going on. And it might explain why she hasn't awakened. But I was of the opinion that maybe the granddad there of Kichi might have been the inventor of the zombie process, because I think last episode he even said something to that end. But I just don't quite know what else is there. Now, here's the thing. People are speculating that maybe Tai is from the same era as Yugiri here. But the thing is, if you go back to episode 8 when she was, like, shown in the era, she was way more put together and actually, like, a normal person. Whereas in this image, she looks more like her zombified version. Which I don't think in the time between episodes she's suddenly been zombified and resurrected or anything like that. I think that it's more than likely she just wasn't together like a regular human would be, through an illness, disease of some sort, and therefore being brought back, she's still in that same state, which is much more zombie-like. Maybe there's some experimentation as well to make her slightly different as well, but why the fascination with Squid and stuff, who knows. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about, and next week we're going to get that confrontation between... yeah, we're gonna see that confrontation between Kotaro and the reporter. Interested to see where this goes. And we're getting just subtle hints of Tai every single time. Like, in Tai's episode, we got the subtle hint of her grave and Sakura's grave being right next to each other for some reason. Just oddly specific, you know? Just... you wonder, don't you, right? You just wonder what's going on. I guess we'll see, but I'm very, very interested. That was a brilliant backstory for Yugiri. Very well put. It was a very different tone to the rest of the show, and I think that deserved it. I think Yugiri as a character deserved that different tone. It just made so much more sense. And ultimately, it was done very, very well. And, yeah, just I love it. I love this series and the care they're giving their characters. It's honestly top notch. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.